Hello, welcome to Division 3 Mario Kart at the NSESA Nebraska State Championship. I'm Bryce Smith with my co-host.
I'm Chris Martins. Good to see you guys.
Very excited to be here with you today. Thank you to everyone joining us in person and online. We're super stoked to get things going here pretty soon. Chris, what are you looking forward to seeing today?
Yeah, so being the state championship, I just want to see some good competitive racing. Some nice shortcuts, good item usage. It's gonna be a good match tonight.
Yeah, exactly. And remember, it is a team sport, so you got to use those items and use those shortcuts with asperity. You got to keep your teammates in mind, but also your opponents even closer.
That's right.
Isn't that what Shakespeare said?
That is what Shakespeare said. So first up, we're going to have Winnebago and Syracuse facing off. After that, we'll have Ord versus Conestoga.
I'm seeing some friendly banter going on in the lobby, some nice go easy on me and other taunts happening. Love to see some friendship between rivalry schools. Earlier today in Division 4, we saw a lot of the repetitive tracks chosen, such as Excite Bike Arena for its simplicity and also its versatility, as well as Ribbon Road and some Rainbow Road. I think we're going to look to see some more of that. What would you like to see, Chris?
Yeah, we saw a lot of the same, like you said. Ribbon Road, honestly, not one of my favorite tracks, but players like to choose it a lot. Same with Excite Bike Arena. Those are two tracks that are pretty popular. I could see a lot of that happening again here this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. And I found the key thing, at least when I play Mario Kart, is consistency. You want to stay consistent in every way possible. And if those are the tracks they're good at, then those are the tracks they're going to go for.
All right, we got Toad Harbor selected here for our first round.
Selected by Syracuse.
Let's see what Winnebago chooses.
Looks like Syracuse is going
Royal Raceway for Syracuse.
Yeah, with Royal Raceway. We'll see what's chosen here.
All right, looks like we're going to Royal Raceway.
All right, here we go. Starting first race of the first set. Remember, 4 races per set, best out of 3 sets. Seeing a popular kart choice being the buggy and some tiny wheels.
Yeah, we got shown here on our screen 2 Waluigis from the same school using the same kart setup. It's a little bit confusing, but maybe
they
that's
take
a
an
tactic.
Early lead in first and second place, holding on to some defensive items to fend off those back places. And just like that, one of the Waluigis has fallen behind from Winnebago. We now have Syracuse player in first place with a Winnebago Waluigi not too far behind, neck and neck as they just pass each other once again.
There goes Waluigi there on the inside.
It's a very tight pack at the moment. Not too much clearance ahead in first, second, or third place, but still pretty neck and neck with last place being a little farther behind everybody else.
Yeah, first place is hotly contested right now. You see a lot of players going for that shortcut, doing a little mini hop off the curb there into the jump.
Yeah, that's going to be something we see a lot tonight. It is an absolute bloodbath in the lower 4th places.
It really is.
Places being traded back and forth like nobody's business.
It's like we're getting a little bit of separation here between the packs.
Now, Syracuse is looking to make their way into the top places now. Syracuse holding the top 3 at the moment.
It's like Bowler's kind of pulling away there.
Yes, Inkling in first place as well as the Me in third. A little teamwork going on there between the top 3 players. As we come into our final stretch, it looks like they're going to be able to hang on to the lead there.
Yeah, Syracuse with a strong showing here early.
Yeah, strong start and a strong finish from Syracuse. as they come around the final turn.
Just want to avoid any mistakes
race.
here before the finish line.
Absolutely. Nothing detrimental. They have some good defensive items. That's what I like to see.
Okay,
and Syracuse takes all top 4 spots, absolutely shutting out Winnebago in this first race.
Wow, that was spectacular. Very good. You can't ask for anything better than that.
Yeah, they did a really good job of getting in the first place there and locking out the other opponents and holding on to those defensive items. But it was the first race out of many races to come, so you can't count Winnebago out yet.
Yeah, Winnebago being the top seed, obviously they have the ability to come back, so we'll see what they can do here in race 2.
They have earned their spot here for sure.
And we're going to Toad Harbor.
Toad Harbor, a personal favorite. And I'm wondering if we're going to see a couple more of these races a few more times tonight. As we see, each team kind of has their favorites. Winnebago starting in the bottom 4 slots of the 8-player race, with Syracuse taking the top 4. Ooh, a fumble from one of the Syracuse players falling into the harbor. We're seeing good things from Winnebago here in first and 4th place. The twinning Waluigis with the same cart, same exact wheel setup and everything.
Waluigi's going through the half pipe, looking to make up a little ground for their team here.
Yeah, very important to get those speed boost jumps off of each and every ramp when it's possible. They're doing a great job. Winnebago is doing a good job of breaking up Syracuse's team a little bit into different positions on the map, so they're not able to kind of shut out the top 4 positions like they did in the last race.
All right, switching up to Roy here up in first.
Yeah, he's holding on to that bomb, looking to use it at the right moment. Don't want to use that too early, especially with the teammate right behind him in 2nd place. And Syracuse has a little catching up to do here, coming up on the end of our 2nd lap. Holding on to some mushrooms, using them wisely over the grassy areas, trying to get as many speed boosts as possible. Headed into our last lap here. Looking to see some big moves.
Pretty even across the board.
Yeah, pretty even right now across the board. I'm looking to see some big moves. Just waiting for some crazy items to happen.
Roy's still maintaining a commanding lead there out in front.
Yeah, maintaining a healthy lead for sure. And he's holding on to those bombs.
Waluigi's are hot on his tail, though. Don't count him out yet. Looks like he's going to be able to pull away with this one.
Yes, and looks like he gets a solid 1st place finish.
Got Winnebago coming in 2nd and 3rd.
For Winnebago. 1st and 3rd, 4th, and an 8th place for Winnebago. The 2nd race being a whole lot more even than the 1st one, but still a lot of race left to play. Winnebago did a good job of breaking up Syracuse's team in that last race. Don't you think so, Chris?
I do think so. That one's a little more evenly matched than the first race. We'll see if we can have another good one for the 3rd race here. Looks like we're going to Big Blue for our next race. Sorry, Mute City.
Mute City, yes, a very, very popular race for our contestants. Remember, there are no coins to help you with speed on this race, so you have to rely on the colored patches to each side to get those coins up and maintain your top speed. For those of you who don't know, joining us at home or in the audience, coins are used as a balancing system in the game. The more coins you have, 10 being the max, the faster you go. We have Winnebago off to a good start with 1st and 2nd with the twinning Waluigis. Winnebago now holding the top 4 spots.
Strong race for Winnebago so far. They're going to need it to make it competitive for Game 4.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Syracuse is going to look to break that up. It's still early in the race, heading into about the halfway through lap 2 here. We have some defensive items held onto in first and second place by Waluigi and Roy, looking to kind of use that teamwork to stick together here and lock down those top 2 spots for their team. Great use of a red shell to block out a member of Syracuse by Roy.
That's good. They're going to like that one. Here he goes using that shortcut there, using that mushroom wisely.
And here we go, entering our 3rd and final lap of race number 3.
Got Winnebago holding down the top few spots here.
Yeah, the top 4 spots. They are looking for a shutout, just like Syracuse did to them in race number 1. Take a look at Syracuse here in the bottom 4. They're looking for any sort of item, any sort of shortcut they can to kind of make their way up in places here.
A star should help, but not sure if it's going to be enough to get them back into contention here.
Yeah, they have a lot of ground to catch up before they're able to make their way into the top 4 spots.
We got a Shy Guy taking that last shortcut, trying to make a move before the finish line. And it's going to be a tight finish.
Great job by
Very
Shy Guy
good.
there to kind of break them up at least a little bit before the end of the race. We have Bago, Devin, and Damon placing in our top 3 spots in that race.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty close coming into our final race of the first set.
Yeah, like I said, after the first game where Syracuse locked out the top 4 spots, it was going to be hard for Winnebago to come back, but they've done a great job of making their way into the top 4 spots in every race and kind of locking down that first and second for sure.
Yeah, it's a good strong answer by them. You see top 3 spots, 18, 18, and 17 points, so it's a pretty close race. Here we go, heading into race 4, Dragon Driftway. We'll see what happens.
Lots of tight turns and opportunities for massive drift boosts on this particular
we have a blowout.
course.
Oh, man, that's not good.
Ooh, a blowout in the start could be a sandbagging tactic, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Team's pretty evenly dispersed throughout the 8 places. Syracuse making their way up in the ranks slowly but surely.
See Shy Guy hanging in there in the top 4.
Winnebago still locking down those top 2 spots, but it is neck and neck at the moment. A very, very tight race between the top 4 spots, all from different schools.
Yeah, Syracuse here trying to make a move up to first.
Syracuse holding that second and third, looking to lock down that first spot, just like Chris said. Holding on to some items, waiting for the right moment to use them.
Oh, wow. It is a tight race.
Tight race. The gap between first and 8th place is unbelievably small.
This track is called Dragon Driftway for a reason. You really got to rely on those drifts
Yes.
in order to gain speed, and looks like it's been very tight so far. Top
Extremely
5,
tight.
6, 7, 8 spots are all right together. Wow.
Yeah,
It's going to be a close one headed into lap 3.
absolutely. Team's pretty evenly dispersed throughout the 8 spots as well, so no clear leader in points at this juncture. Syracuse is looking to make their move into the first and second spots as Winnebago's beginning to lock them
blue shell
down
should
on this
help.
final lap. Blue shell could change everything. That could be just what Syracuse needed.
Here we go into the final stretch. All right.
Wow, great job from Winnebago locking down those top 3 spots and kind of shutting out Syracuse into the lower 4. What are your thoughts after that first set?
Yeah, that was very competitive. Looks like Winnebago's got the top 2. Not sure on the final score, but I'm pretty sure they're going to come away with this one. So it's good for them. It's really close races. Love to see it.
Yeah, especially I was very impressed with Syracuse, especially after the first race, shutting out Winnebago almost entirely. If they want to take the next set, that's what they're going to have to pull out in almost every race.
That's right.
We've seen quite a diverse selection of tracks so far, not sticking to their main ones too much, showing that they're well-versed and not afraid to go outside of the box in some aspects of the game.
All right, we go into course selection for our second set here.
Looks like Yoshi Island across the board.
All right.
That's what I love to see, a classic track for a classic game. This takes me back to my GameCube Double Dash days, racing this with my friends myself.
Yeah, that's right.
I never could quite get all the turns right.
Yeah, it originated on the GameCube, one of my personal favorite games, Mario Kart Double Dash. So we'll see what they can do here today.
There are some key shortcuts on this map that players are going to look for mushrooms to use those, as well as other items to help them along in the race. Great start from Winnebago as they're able to lock down first place.
Looks like we got a little character switch here. Haven't seen Peach yet today.
Yeah.
Here she is now for Winnebago.
Yeah, absolutely. That could be a mental tactic to try and throw the other players off. Maybe adding somebody new into the mix can do some good for their team.
Looks like we got a pretty tight pack here, and a shortcut being taken there by Peach.
Great job. Great use of the mushroom. Syracuse is falling behind, except for the Inkling in second place, who just got bombed and is losing a couple places now. You really got to watch out for the piranha plants and bananas and those tight curves in this one section of the track especially. Winnebago's still doing a good job, though, of keeping that first place, which is where the most points are awarded. Blue shell on its way.
Could make things interesting.
This could make things interesting on lap 3.
Oh, and he gets red shell too. Wow, that was a pretty sizable lead that just got eaten up like that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's just what Syracuse needed to take the top 3 spots as they have now. If they can hold on to these, they're going to look good for the end of this race.
See some technical drifting here through the back half.
Yeah.
Oh, and a strike right off the back.
Yeah. Lots of technical skill required.
So Winnebago making a move up to second there.
We'll see if he can use the mushroom to pass him here at the end. Excellent use of a mushroom to secure that second place.
Yeah.
Great job by Syracuse locking down first and second.
That was a pretty good race. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, we've seen lots of pedal to the metal. Nothing more entertaining to me than a good Yoshi circuit.
Looks like we got Sunshine Airport selected for one of the stages.
Syracuse's choice, Sunshine Airport.
Donut Plains 3.
Selected by Winnebago. And Donut Plains it is. This one has a insane amount of technical driving, as well as players are going to be looking for those tight turns and shortcuts all over the place. I'm looking for some interesting gameplay here.
All the 3 Waluigis right there in one screen. That's always interesting to see.
Yeah, you know, what do you think the big deal is with Waluigi?
I don't really know. He's an enigma, you know.
Yeah,
everybody loves him, or everybody
maybe
hates
something
him.
about him not making it into the final smash bracket, or him just being long and lengthy and funny to look at. But he seems to be a popular choice among our kids here today.
We got Shy Guy taking in first. We got the me closely behind him, Peach in third, 2 Waluigis in fourth and fifth.
Shy Guy holding on to some defensive items, looking to secure that first or second spot for his team. A nice use of a shortcut, but goes a little into the grass.
Yeah, Bowler's going to overtake him there on that mistake.
It's all right. They're on the same team. They're working together on this one. They really want to work to secure those top 2 spots as their teammates are a little bit further behind them. Winnebago is doing a good job staying near the middle of the pack, working as a team to show the stuff that they have. Trying to use their items to secure the next few spots.
Another close race here in the final lap.
Very tight pack, yes.
Looks like Shy Guy's got a sizable lead. And shortcuts. Oh, and he hits the wall. It's not going to be good.
Excellent first place finish from Syracuse. They were able to lock down those top 2 spots, which is what their team needs, securing some of those points. Buller and Mystic Blade are locking down our top 2 spots overall. Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen a big redundancy in the kind of stages that are being chosen, unlike Division 4 earlier this morning.
Yeah, that's what I like to see.
Yeah, it is far more entertaining to see a variety of stages, I would say.
Looks like we got either Neo Bowser City or Rainbow Road here. We're going to Neo Bowser City. This is a fun map.
This is a wild map, especially at this level of play. There's going to be lots of interesting things happening. Syracuse has been doing a good job of locking down those top 2 spots at each race, but they also, if they want to be competitive at this, they're going to need to get their teammates out of the last couple places as well and score higher as a team.
Got the Waluigis here in second and third. Moving on to Peach and Roy, 7th and 4th. Shy Guy and another Waluigi. And we got the Me and Inkling, 2nd and 7th here right now.
And like I said, we keep seeing this pattern with Syracuse where one of their players is doing really well and the rest are falling behind.
They've got Syracuse here with a nice lead.
Yeah. And you can see how Winnebago has earned their #1 seed as they're able to lock down those top positions once again.
Winnebago here in 2nd and 4th, looking to add some points here.
Great use of the double red shell to knock Syracuse out of that first place position.
Now he had one defensive item,
but right as a blue shell heads his way, unlucky. But he's able to hang on to that first place position.
There's Damon.
Now entering our final lap. Pretty evenly spread right now throughout the 8 positions on the map. Roy holding on to that first place using the banana as a defensive item.
Peach bringing up 6th. Looks like we've got a Waluigi all the way in 8th. Hard to tell which one it is without looking at all the screens. Roy coming around that corner there. Shy Guy in 3rd, trying to make a move.
A lot of action happening near the middle of the pack.
Looks like Roy's going to take that first place, and it's a close finish.
A great, great race between our components. Dragon Raceway now.
Yep.
I believe Winnebago saw some major success on this the last time they played, so we'll see what happens this time around. The return to Dragon Driftway. Shy Guy looking to secure the top position for Syracuse right now.
Got some close pushing and shoving here in the early moments.
Lots of scrums happening near the front of the pack.
Waluigi making a nice move through the grass there using that mushroom.
And some damage is done to the Syracuse players who were ahead of the pack. You know, I'm seeing a bigger and bigger theme of patience being played when you're in those top spots. You got to wait for your right moment, know when to hold on to those defensive items. Isn't that right, Chris?
That is right. Always holding on to a banana, holding it behind you, making sure nobody can hit you with the red shell and catch up.
Yeah, you want to protect that position at all costs.
You see Peach exhibiting that same exact thing we just talked about. Winnebago's got the top 3 spots locked down right now. That's good for them.
Yeah, Winnebago is looking good. They've done a good job of securing that first place and second place in this match particularly.
Peach's got a sizable lead here. She gets hit by a red shell.
They've done a great job of avoiding those items and hanging onto their defensive items and using them to their benefit.
Shy Guy takes the lead.
Syracuse Shy Guy is looking to make his move. Takes out Waluigi with a green shell.
It's going to be a close one coming into the finish. Peach uses her defensive item.
Very close
Shy Guy
one.
with a nice shot with the
Excellent
green
skill
shell.
item.
Love to see that. See if he can hold on to the win
That
here.
is what champions are made of right there.
Using that defensive shell. Excellent work. And he's going to pull away with this one.
Excellent gameplay from Shy Guy to secure that first place. Syracuse needed that.
Waluigi grabbing a third there. Very good.
Lots of back and forth there. Mystic Blade has been the player for Syracuse. Holding that top position. Coming in with a total of 30 points just himself.
Let's see if we can get the match results up here.
Looks like they're headed into set number 3.
That's right. It's gonna come down in the third set. We'll see who can take it. It's been pretty closely contested so far.
Absolutely. It's been lots of back and forth from both these fantastic teams all night, and I expect nothing less in this final set here.
Here we go into DK Jungle for the first race of the final set.
Yes, and I can tell Syracuse is hungry to dethrone Winnebago.
That's right. Let's see if the number 4 seed can pull off an upset.
Right now we have Winnebago holding on to the top 3 spots. We do have Inkling kind of sticking his foot in there.
It's a tight race here at the beginning, as we've been seeing all day. These teams are pretty evenly matched, I would say.
Absolutely. First, second, and third are held by Winnebago. The Waluigi seem to be in perfect harmony with one another, as well as Roy, using their teamwork and showing why they are ranked number 1.
Top 4 spots owned by Winnebago right now.
Winnebago's doing a great job of locking down those top 3 spots. They've been there all race. It's 4th and 5th where the real action is. Syracuse is going to look for a move here coming into our final lap.
Winnebago's got a strong showing still, 1, 2, 3, and 6. Make it 5th. Syracuse kind of bringing up the rear here. They're going to have to make a big move in the final lap, and almost a mistake by Shy Guy.
They're looking to shake the world right now.
Using that bullet bill.
You cannot count them out yet. They're fighting. They're fighting for it.
Winnebago still got a hold on the top 3 spots there. There's a lightning bolt.
Lightning
things up.
right on the final turn. That could be what Syracuse was asking for.
It's like Winnebago 1, 2, and 3rd place.
And 3rd place. And 5th.
They're also going to take a 5th.
Winnebago
That's a
taking
strong
1,
showing
2,
for
3,
Winnebago.
and 5. We're going to need to see some major comebacks from Syracuse in these next 3 games if they're looking to take the set from Winnebago. Mount Wario and Sunshine Airport are 2 match choices. Mount Wario, a classic.
Yeah.
It has become on Mario Kart 8.
This could shake things up. It's an interesting course, a lot of technical turns, a lot of different terrains.
Absolutely.
Looks like they're dropping out of an airplane to start things off.
Yeah, no laps on this race. They just go straight down the mountain. So it'll be an interesting one for sure.
Got Winnebago with the Waluigis.
Yes, Winnebago is starting out in the top spots, but a reminder, Syracuse in those bottom spots, they are going to get the better items, so they can use that to their advantage. Very, very tight here at the beginning. Lots of back and forth. Syracuse looking to make a move to separate themselves from the rest of the pack.
It's like Bowler's going to be hitting a rock there in the waterfall area.
Yeah, you're going to...
A nice toss with the banana.
Watch out. Yeah, great skill items I've seen from Syracuse as well as Winnebago.
Winnebago taking the top 4 spots already early in this one.
Yes. About halfway through the second portion of the mountain. Right here in the forest that they're headed into is where you can get into a lot of trouble. There are a couple shortcuts you want to take, but you also want to avoid getting hit by the trees and taking the best line to try and sort out your speed. You can see the Waluigis have been separated at 1st and 7th place. Unlike them to be so far apart.
Here we go into the final segment of this race. The slalom. See the Waluigis going through that right now.
We have a Syracuse player in 2nd looking to take that first for their team. They don't want what happened on the last race to happen again. They have that 2nd and 3rd position, while Winnebago has 1st and 4th.
Looks like it's going to come down to the wire here. It's pretty close.
Come down to the wire. Can Waluigi of Winnebago hold on to it? It looks like with the use of a mushroom, he can.
Winnebago takes
and some
first.
movement. Oh, taking out another player to secure that 4th place for Winnebago. Winnebago still holding the top 2 scoring positions overall after our 2nd race of the final set. 2 more races to go. I wouldn't count anybody out just yet. It's still anybody's game.
Still early.
Oh, a bit of a differentiation between the map choices.
Back to Sunshine Airport.
Sunshine Airport. Anything can happen at the airport. Don't I always say that?
You do. That's the unfortunate truth. Anything really can happen at the airport. Waluigis are looking to not let anything bad happen at the airport as Winnebago tries to wrap things up here.
They do not want to miss their flight. to first place victory.
Lots of pushing and shoving happening here at the beginning.
Some item exchange has cost Syracuse some placements.
Shy Guy falling off the course there and down into the...
Teams are a bit more evenly dispersed a little earlier than we're used to seeing.
Like Syracuse farther up towards the top here this time. See if they can make something happen.
Syracuse really does not want to fall behind. Yes, they hold first place right now, but they are also holding 7th and 8th place as a team. So they want to get their players out of the low ranks into the high ones.
Good move there by the Inkling, making it up to 3rd and now 2nd.
Absolutely. Passing the Waluigi.
Looks like Syracuse is going to
Syracuse holding the top 2 spots. Oh, no.
A
fumble
friendly
from
fire
a teammate.
there. That's not what you want to see.
Winnebago holding on to that first spot. The Waluigis have been separated. Syracuse does not want to see them together. That's when they get into trouble.
Winnebago holding 1st, 4th, 5th, and 8th. Syracuse 7th, 3rd, and 6th. Lots of moving around here on the 2nd lap.
Starting at lap number 3, Winnebago is holding the lead with 1st, 2nd, 5th, and 6th. Still anybody's race.
Like Winnebago's got a pretty sizable lead there in 1st.
He has separated himself from the pack. Holding 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th with a Syracuse player sneaking into 3rd.
Syracuse is going to need something big to happen here in the final lap.
As we come around the final corner, looks like Waluigi will be taking the first place.
Winnebago
For Winnebago.
First place and 2nd as well. Coming in 4th and 5th. That might do it.
That'll do it. That'll do it for Winnebago as they lock down the lead there. Great competition from both teams here today. Chris, what do you think was the deciding factor in a lot of those races?
I think it's just really technical driving, not making any errors. It's really important just to stay on your game as we head into the final race here. I'm not sure how possible it is for Syracuse to come back, but they can sure try. So we'll see if they can.
Yeah, I would not count anybody out. It's Mario Kart. Anything can happen. Rainbow Road, a classic of any Mario Kart franchise. For our final race of our final set, how fitting. A misfire from one of the Waluigis, putting him in 8th place, but a little bit of a sandbagging tactic. It's early. He always has the chance to come back. Winnebago holding down 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 6th. Doing a great job. Oh, but a sudden
be careful
change.
on these corners here.
Gotta
There's
be
no
careful.
barriers.
Yeah, some items have exchanged, and now Syracuse has moved into 2nd and 4th. Waluigi player maintaining 1st for Winnebago. Showing a calm, cool, confident poise.
Yeah, he's been on in this one.
Yeah, as he leads his team.
See how he
to the
navigates
victory.
this section here without any barriers.
He is hungry for the victory, and he knows it's his right.
Yeah, you see this Waluigi in 1st
Looking
getting
for the
hit by a
blue shell, though, and he's still able to maintain that lead. That's how much of a calm, cool, collected player he is. Holding on to that defensive item. Now headed into the final lap. We do have a couple players from Syracuse closing in 4th and 5th place.
Winnebago holding the top 3 spots right now. It's going to be good for them.
If Winnebago can hold down these top 3 spots until the end of the race, I believe they will take home the victory. But Syracuse is not going to let that happen without a fight.
Here comes Syracuse trying to jump into first here, Shy Guy. It's very close here at the top. See what happens here at the finish. Oh, and he gets hit by a piranha plant.
On a plant.
Shy Guy
and
first.
Syracuse player able to steal first place. That could be huge.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough for them, but very good showing there for Syracuse in the final race.
Way to not give up without a fight. I think the biggest factor in all of it is teamwork. Time and time again, I saw Winnebago work together as a team, especially those 2 Waluigis.
That's right. And they're gonna take home this first one.
So we need to tally up the scores, and we can't see it because the first 3 lines are covered up by the video. So that's what we need you guys to move just on the last one, if you can. Just switch screens to without the cameras.
Yep.
Thank you. We got it. So I think it's okay.